US stock futures edged higher on Thursday, as global markets and oil prices steadied following fresh US strikes on Iran, which renewed geopolitical tensions and raised concerns over efforts to end the 4-month conflict. On Wednesday, the US military said it had launched new strikes on Iran to keep the Strait of Hormuz open to shipping. Iran responded with attacks on Kuwait and Bahrain, further escalating tensions. The developments came hours after President Donald Trump said he believed the interim ceasefire with Iran was over. Despite the escalation, oil prices fell about 1% on Thursday, after reaching 2-week highs following Trump's remarks. At 5:27 a.m. Eastern Time, Dow futures were up 0.03%, S&P 500 futures gained 0.19%, and Nasdaq 100 futures rose 0.63%. The renewed tensions prompted investors to reassess and optimism that a resolution to the conflict could support financial markets. On Wednesday, the S&P 500 and the Dow closed lower, while the Nasdaq posted a slight gain. UBS Global Wealth Management Chief Investment Officer Mark Haffel said the path to a lasting peace agreement is likely to remain uneven, with periodic flare-ups potentially causing market volatility. However, he said both sides remain incentivized to keep the Strait of Hormuz open. Meanwhile, minutes from the US Federal Reserve's June meeting showed that while interest rates were kept unchanged under new chair Kevin Warsh, a few policymakers had considered raising borrowing costs before agreeing to hold rates steady. According to LSEG data, traders are currently pricing in at least one US interest rate hike by the end of the year. Investors are now awaiting the weekly US jobless claims report, further signals on the health of the economy, while New York Federal Reserve President John Williams is scheduled to speak later in the day.